What's going up, Juju gang? How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Happy, what is it? Happy Wednesday. Don't even know what day of the week it is at this point. Tesla is up 5% for the day. Pretty much of a no-brainer to go live. Let me know also in the comments if I am coming in clear. T-Mac, Evan, H. Hal, how's it going? Yes, we are climbing. So what's interesting here is, hold on, this. Make sure everything's good. Too many fills. Brian, how's it going? Juju, Tesla. How's it going, Juju gang? Okay. So let's talk. Hey, Will, how's it going? Oh, gotcha. Awesome. Very cool. So yes, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention it. Get you 2 free stocks with Webull. Link is in the description. Let me know what stocks you get. Hey, Yashu, DJ, how's it going? Jeffrey, Hernandez, Studio, Liboff. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. What part of the world you guys are coming in, country, city, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Let's analyze. So what's happening today is essentially what's happening this week, I should say, is money's flowing back into tech, just like we talked about last week. If you look at stocks like Roku, if you look at stocks, pretty much insert any tech company this week. Look at the NASDAQ, I guess, if you want to shortcut it a little bit. NASDAQ hit all-time highs yesterday. NASDAQ's green again, obviously, today. So we're doing well there. What's essentially happening, in my opinion, is that investors are realizing inflation's not a big deal. Inflation's not a big deal. On top of that, investors are realizing that to get returns in the next 5 years, they're going to have to invest back into growth. And I think there's also, and I don't think anyone's really talked about this yet, so I'll kind of mention this, is I think there's a flavor, not of juju, there's a flavor of potential inflation being rampant, or what am I saying? Potentially the Delta variant potentially throwing off some reopening plans in some parts of the world. So there's that kind of a degree of investor going back into growth as well. Alrighty, let's see where you guys are tuning in from. San Fran, London, Boston, Texas, South France, Amsterdam, Vancouver. Nice. Very nice. Seattle, San Fran, Toronto. David says, I won't be liquidated. Good morning for Olympia, Washington. Oh, local. I'm from Vancouver as well. Orlando. Every time I go on vacation, Tesla goes up. That's funny. Colorado, Dubai, Australia with my koala. Very cool. I keep cutting out. Hopefully I don't hear. San Mateo, Amsterdam. Yeah, hit the like. Hold on one sec. You guys are saying my audio is a little bit weird. Can't hear me. Okay, let me know if I'm. Okay, I think I'm coming in okay now. By the way, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. If we pull up, so this is Webull. Let's pull up for a second. Interactor brokers. So, what's interesting, and I'm gonna try to see. So obviously, high a day is sitting right around 656.09. Going past high a day here, let's see. Let's take a look at. Essentially, a couple of things to note here. We talked about window dressing on a video, 3 videos ago at this point. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. If you don't know what window dressing, a part of what's probably happening here is window dressing for the end of quarter. Another thing, rebalancing. A lot of these firms are likely rebalancing their portfolios ahead of end of Q2. If you remember, tech stocks pretty much crashed in March, end of February. So what's happening also is that these big money managers are probably underweight a lot of what they need to be in their tech. So that's what probably we're seeing with in terms of money coming back in. Jan, welcome to channel membership. Jan, I think you're on Patreon as well. Audio is fine. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. By the way, if you want to join us on Discord, we talk on there 24/7. We were there all morning, or there since the morning. Join our Patreon membership, which is, I think, in the pinned comment there. Patreon.com/hit that bid. And again, it's not to, I'm not getting rich off of your $3 or $5 that you're giving a month. It's a way to filter out so we get good quality people in the chat. Seattle, I like to think one of myself. I bet Hit That Bid is streaming this rocket launch, and sure enough, he is. I had to come on. Everyone on you know, I was getting Marco. Shout out to Marco. He was pushing me to go live on Discord. I had to do it. Okay, so let's take a look at the market. Let's see. So on Webull, so if you look at the yields are up a little bit, not very much. Dogecoin's at 24 cents. Who knows how? Bitcoin's back at 34. So this Bitcoin thing, let's talk about Tesla and Bitcoin for a second. Essentially, if you don't know, what is likely going to happen is Tesla will have to book an impairment loss for Bitcoin being at 28,000. Someone tweeted at me this morning saying, you know, it barely hit 28,000 even. Like, it doesn't matter. And to my knowledge on how the gap rules work around crypto and Bitcoin, if you have it on your balance sheet, is the lowest point of that cryptocurrency in the quarter has to get booked in at the difference between your cost basis and the lowest point of that cryptocurrency, and that'll come in as an impairment loss. It's not real money out of your pocket, right? It's just gap financial rules. But at the end of the day, Tesla will have to do that. And if Bitcoin continues to show weakness past 20,000, then it's going to be even more. But it's about 100 and something million that they're going to have to book in. By the way, if you want to get your merch, we got Juju. See that? Get your merch in the description if you want. Aaron, how's it going? Griffin. So you guys are saying unless they sell Bitcoin. Okay, they can sell Bitcoin, but Elon has tweeted, we have diamond hands. The definition of diamond hands is literally they're never going to sell. And on top of that, Zachary Kirkhorn himself is very bullish on crypto. Andre Karpathy plays with Bitcoin and blockchain in his free time. Obviously, it's not just Elon by himself having some sort, you know, they have some sort of say into this. I'm saying, and I don't think they're going to sell. They've already sold 10%. I think that's all, and they got a lot of flack for selling that 10%. I don't think they're. Philip says, will that impairment loss lower their effective tax rate? You know, that's a good question. I don't think so, because I don't think it's a real financial charge. I think it's just an accounting book loss. But again, I'm not an accountant. I have zero idea. You guys are probably, there's some accountants in here that can speak to public GAAP ruling. Yeah, it's gonna hurt earnings. We know that. But you know what? I listened to Rob last night. Rob Maurer, Tesla Daily, great channel. You guys definitely know who he is. You know, he said he's, you know, he knows there's gonna be impairment loss, but he still thinks they're gonna be likely able to turn a profit and be able to grow. Despite that, even X credits, even if you remove what he thinks he's projecting for regulatory credits, I think he said he should be fine. So, yeah, exactly. Profits don't show up. Yeah, only show up if they sell. Exactly, 100%. So 653 on the stock price in Tesla. You know, yesterday I was day trading it a little bit. The market's just, man, this week has been interesting, right? With the market, I've got my little setup here as well, trade in, but the market's interesting right now because everything is so strong, right? Everything is just so, like Roku, for example. Man, I should have just held all the positions I've bought over the last week of Roku. It's just been skyrocketing. Roku's at $416 at the moment, right? So, you know, Facebook is really strong. Facebook's up almost 1% again today. So everything in tech is just so super strong. Money's flowing back in. By the way, if you hear construction, sorry, there's construction happening outside my house, but there's nothing I could do about it. I had to go live. There's no way I wasn't gonna. Griffin says my August 650s thanked me today. Nice, very nice. So, okay, so taking a look here, we're retesting down at 650. Listen, I'll be happy if 650 is a new 600. The way that we've been churning out stuff. So let's take a look at the daily as well. Let's take a look on Webull because I've got all my moving averages on there already set. So on the daily, the next level, I'll take out the Ichimoku clouds here for a second. we passed a really good measure or a really good level at which is our 50-day moving average, which is at 640. Now, if we can close above like we are right here today, above 640, above 645, 650, really strong day. We look prime for a move up to the upper sixes. Now, that's obviously considering that macro might be strong this week, rebalancing going on. Again, today's only Wednesday, right? So we potentially might have a couple of days of strength into the tech market. That being said, if you are going by the historical last 3 months worth of Tesla bull runs, you'd probably be wise to sell covered calls here or sell call spreads or something here. Don't sell naked calls just in general. I mean, none of this is financial anyways, but just be careful with selling naked calls on anything. Anything can happen, especially with Tesla. But I mean, yeah. If this is the old Tesla we're talking about, and when I say old, I'm kind of saying it tongue in cheek. I'm saying it last year. This could run for 5% for 5 days in a row. But does Tesla of new, the high beta Tesla, have the same amount of juju as last year's Tesla? We'll see. What we do have going for us is deliveries are coming up in about a week's time, about 8 or 10 days time. July 2nd or 3rd is what I'm thinking. 3 numbers come out. Probably the 2nd because it's the Friday, I believe. So delivery numbers are coming out then. Obviously, we know earnings are going to be 3rd week of July. Elon's cryptic tweets, though. I made a video about Elon's cryptic tweets in there. What are your guys' thoughts on that video? If you guys watch that video, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on all the tweets that he's been putting in around Tesla's going to be the biggest company in the world, maybe in a few months. Obviously now tweeting with the sequel. By the way, I got this great comment. If you're on our Discord, you already know what I'm going to say, but I got this great comment from someone, I think named Jerry, saying the sequel might refer to Michael Burry's movie, The Short, and the sequel to The Big Short. Maybe it's The Big Short Squeeze. Who knows? Get your juju, folks. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I normally wouldn't eat mandarins this early in the morning, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having a mandarin, yet I have my morning coffee here. I have no idea what's happening. What else is I still think the sequel is that Grimes is pregnant again. Is that's probably a reference I don't get. One thing you'll learn about me is I have zero idea about pop culture references. Just zero. Sequel is short squeeze after AMC and GameStop. Yeah, that's what I hypothesized as well, but it's obviously hindsight's 2020 looking into stuff. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's take a look. By the way, thanks for joining on such an impromptu timing. Like, quite literally, I posted this 20 minutes ago, tweeted it out, put it on Discord, and 300 of you folks are here. Much love to you guys. If this is your first time watching, consider hitting subscribe, hitting like, leaving me a comment in the chat. That way you don't lose the channel. Philip says, I saw your video. My take on those tweets was that it's pertaining to FSD and full vision. I still think Elon knows how valuable this is for Tesla, but has a timeline slightly off. Yeah, I got a lot of comments about FSD potentially being part of it. I mean, very, very possible. He has been extraordinarily quiet for FSD, and this is what we got going for us if we talk about FSD for a second, and potentially coming out before July, before end of quarter, is that if Tesla releases any new features of FSD, they can unlock another percentage of deferred revenue from FSD monies that have flown into the balance sheet under liability. So if we talk about impairment loss for a second and how that's going to offset a lot of the earnings, an easy way to offset and plus more is to unlock new features on your FSD package. That's almost instant money. I think, I forget, I have to check the balance sheet, but I think they have over $1 billion in deferred revenue, or they will have over $1 billion in deferred revenue if they don't already. within the next 12 months. So there's a lot of money sitting. A lot of money sitting. I'm looking for a pop here. I don't know.
Autofilled.
Okay, just bought a weekly. Happens here. What's interesting also on top of FSD potentially being is FSD subscription. I might for a short-term pop here. Let's see. But FSD subscription is a big one as well, right? On FSD subscription, yes, they're not going to unlock marginal revenue there if FSD subscription does come through. Oh, it looks like we're retesting 650 here, folks. Take a look here. 650 retest on Tesla. That's totally fine. Quite literally, we're still at 4 point. When I made the thumbnail for this video, we were up 3.5%. It's just there's no way I can keep up. What's happening? No, it's just general retesting supply down here. Again, I think it's healthy. I mean, it's if we were going to continue to run to new highs for the day, we probably wouldn't pull back this dramatically. But let's see what happens. So FSD subscription and let me know in the comments what you would pay for FSD subscription. On top of that, I'm thinking between 100 and 200 bucks per month ish might be a good price point to get in for FSD, but to be determined. Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's not early for me. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning Pacific time here. Cheap intro rate to FSD. Try out the beta. Final price to be determined. I think that's the way they're gonna go, right? They're gonna make it super cheap. I think you're right. Originally I was pricing in about a $200 per type of scenario going on, but that might be. I mean, considering what they give, which I tweeted. I said, what if they included free supercharging? What if they included free supercharging as a part of FSD subscription, right? If you have a Tesla, let me know. Would you pay $100, 125, 150 bucks per month right now for FSD if you don't have it already, plus free supercharging? That might be something you want to look at. Oh, what's happening with the run up? I said this: window dressing, rebalancing, strength into tech again. Yashu's trading right now, so potentially market doesn't like giving me any returns. So hold on. I'm in this call for 869. Let's see. I'm looking for a, what is it? 651, 652 break here maybe. We can get a quick pop. I'll probably just sell this pretty fast. Can't live without it once you try it. I can't. Free premium connectivity with FSD. Yes, premium connectivity is a good one. That's a good point. I don't have premium connectivity. I did for the first 4 months of having the car, but I don't drive enough. I can tell you how many kilometers I have on the car right now. It's not a lot, but you're totally right. Adding in that, actually no, there might be some marginal cost to adding in free premium connectivity, just because I'm not sure who their data service provider is, because it's not Starlink yet, right? It will be eventually though. You're right. Chris, how's it going? Finally a big move up. 179 per month with free discounted supercharging. That's a good one. Yeah. Should I get out here? Hold on. I'm gonna get out when my contract hits over $9. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Good juju. I'll get out. Quick trade. I don't even know why I got in. 880 on these contracts. Let's see here. Okay, here's the break. 651 break, and these contracts probably sell for 9. Let's go. There's the 651. 651 20. Let's get out. Hold on. I want to break $9 on these contracts. Come on. Oh, I'm not.
Autofilled.
I'm not seeing any strength. I'm out flat. Too many supply lines up here for us to break. Maybe I'll get back in past 653 again, but we're gonna have to see that. Hey, Skirties, how's it going? Really couldn't imagine not having premium connectivity for Oriental. You know what, Philip? Yeah, I had it subscribed for, like I said, the first 3 or 4 months. My credit card expired. I never bothered updating. I have free supercharging. I drive probably. Oh, I was supposed to tell you how many kilometers I have on it in the first 6 months. Hopefully, we're gonna go on a road trip. By the way, hopefully we're gonna go get on a road trip this summer once the border opens here in Vancouver from down south. Maybe we'll do a hit that bid meetup as we go down the Pacific Coast Highway or something. I have 2,228 kilometers in 6 months. It's kind of a joke. Considering lockdown, that's definitely a big part of why we don't have very many kilometers of driving on it. But yeah, now that stuff's a little bit more opened up here, July 1 is really when stuff is opening up in terms of being able to travel out of your regional area here. So Gonzalo, how's it going? Tesla Moon and morning stream. Great day. Keep up the juju strong. Yes, sir. You got it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, good thing I got out of those contracts. Here. So again, if we look at the market, if we look at let's pull up the Qs. The Qs are probably showing some weakness. Indeed, they are. Square is actually up today, which is interesting, I find. Square's up about 1.5%. Again, I guess Bitcoin, right? That's probably what's happening here. Palantir is up $1 today, not very much. Zoom is apparently looking strong, but in the last 10 or 15 minutes, it hasn't been. Roku doesn't stop. The party doesn't stop with Roku. I just don't get it. But I'm very happy if you've been trading this. Very happy for you. 650 again on Tesla. This is our 5-minute graph. I mean, if that doesn't look like a massive bull flag, maybe not. But on a 15, it definitely does. There might be a retest back to 646. You know, for this stuff, it's hard to predict at a 15-minute level. On the hourly chart, this is where we're kind of sitting at the moment. Again, I said 650. If we can hold past 650, no complaints by me. No complaints by me. Okay, hold on. It looks like so 650 right now for all the audio listeners. Rohit says, according to options pricing, where do you see market makers pinning? So I don't know, to answer your question, if that helps. I just don't. Here's the thing. You guys know I don't really believe in max pain that much. I don't give it too much credence. It's not the way to look at pricing for me. I think a better way to look at is if fundamentally tech is strong this week, and it has been, if it continues to be strong towards the end of the week, as end of quarter rebalancing continues this week and maybe a day next week, what happens? And if potentially that continues, I don't think upper sixes are out of the question for stuff that has been beaten down as much as Tesla has. But I think the bigger thing to look at here is that if funds sold out of Tesla from end of February to March on chip concerns, if those same funds then have to buy back in, the ones that didn't have diamond hands, if they decide at a strategic level that they need to buy back in, hold on, we're popping here. I might go long past 650, 250, or anticipation too. Then potentially we might have a big move here. Okay, here. Oh shit, bad fill on that. 1 sec. Let's see here. That was a bad fill. Don't do what I just did. Never get filled on a big green candle. Wait for the pullback. That hand just clicked it. So let's see here. 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers. Yeah, indeed it does. Okay, let's take. Looks like so 652.78 on Tesla.
Autofilled.
I'm out at 9. Ah, damn it. Interactive Brokers is just killing me on fills today. I gotta change my yes, I'm hitting market orders. What am I doing, right? Big orders coming up in recently. So you know what's interesting actually is that if you look at if you look at the IV, and I'll pull it up here in a second. you look at the IV, scared of these market orders. Yeah, honestly, I am. I'm trying this new strategy where more or less I'm scalping than, and this is IV, by the way. Show you guys. IV is climbing a little bit. Not sure if you guys can see that. Here it is. You guys can see IV is up a little bit in the last day. So, historically speaking, still pretty low. But yes, it's climbing. Let's see. A high of day would mean 656. Definitely would probably try to go long past 656. A 656. I don't think it's a day to probably be playing the downside at all, in my opinion. Yes. So 8 o'clock in the morning here. Not that early. Lou says I need this back in the 900s. Yes, don't we all? Right. Any suggestions for covered calls expiring Friday? Obviously none. No financial advice given on this channel. I'll tell you what I'm thinking is towards the end of the day, I might look at potentially selling some premium on the call side. Where would I look at personally? I mean, the safest answer to your covered calls question always is sell covered calls at where you're happy to sell your shares. Obviously, you're doing covered calls, not call spreads, or definitely don't do naked for anything really. Is selling 650-70 calls safe? Well, listen, you should definitely do your homework, do your own DD, but selling naked calls, in my opinion, is never the way to go. Just because you have unlimited upside risk. But if you're saying covered calls, if you're happy with selling your shares at 670 this Friday, should we get there, or you're willing to buy it back at a loss and eat it, no big deal. In terms of the premium that you're getting for this week, you're getting about $4. You're getting about $4 worth of premium to sell 670 calls. The problem is 670 calls have a 23 delta, 24 delta. The way to look at delta is delta translates loosely into what is the percentage chance that this options contract lands in the money at expiration. Okay. So if you're selling a 670 call, you're essentially buying, selling to open. Sorry for the confusion. You're selling to open really a contract that has a 21.1 or 2% chance of landing in the money this Friday. If you want a very little chance of landing in the money, you can sell a 700, and it apparently to the market makers has a 5% chance of landing in the money Friday. But you're only going to make disproportionately less on it, right? 80 something cents. So these are the risk reward factors that you have to consider for your account, your risk profile, your potential to want to make money. That's why giving yourself more time, selling more time, because what are you really doing when you're selling covered calls, right? You're selling time. You're essentially being the market maker and saying, let time pass. I've more than one standard deviation move not going to happen in Tesla, or a full extent of a standard deviation not going to happen in Tesla. So by only selling 2 days, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You're essentially trying to be a market maker for 2 days. You're not going to get paid very well, probably, relatively speaking. But if you go out a couple of weeks, maybe you can. The problem with going out a couple of weeks, double-edged sword, is that, is this the week, the month that Tesla finally breaks to the upside and continues to do so, right? Tyler says, when do you think premiums come back? Great question. I mean, if you look at if you look at, by the way, Tesla taking a nice hit here for 648, 649 at the moment. I'm happy with this retest back again, 4%. As long as my thumbnail in the video is correct. By the way, thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to hit subscribe. As long as my thumbnail in the video, which is 3.5%, is cool, no big deal. So if you look at Webull, I see some comments about, apparently this move is overextended. Yes, probably, potentially. But if you look at if you look at the Bollinger Bands, which is what you're talking about, I mean, you could pull up a 1 hour probably. We're at the upper end of the Bollinger Band. Now, Tesla can, any stock can, if it's strong enough, continue to ride the upper band of the Bollinger and continue to do so. You know, it's hilarious. As I'm talking, I'm just getting like mud flicked at my window continuously as these construction workers do their nice job. By the way, last week when we were talking shit about the construction workers, I'm pretty sure one of them heard. Now I really kind of shitty person for saying how little work they do. I feel bad about that, but yes, can we continue to ride the Bollinger Band on the 1 hour, the upper Bollinger Band up? Yes, 100%. Why can't you? It happens. But when we talk about odds, are the odds in your favor that we continue to ride the Bollinger Band up all the way? No. But that's why we have Bollinger Bands, is because they give us probabilities and odds and we get to see how extended moves are. That's why I'm saying be careful, like me, getting long at these positions unless you're looking at scalping. It looks like a 646 retest probably happens here. Audio interrupts often. Marco, really? Okay. I hope it's got to be my internet. I don't know if I can do anything about that. I hope it clears up. So back to your question about premiums, though. If you look at VIX, the VIX is currently sitting at. The VIX has gone up, right? $17, and there must be some news here. Let's pull up some news. Pull up Chrome. What's on Chrome here? What's on Twitter here? What news is coming in? What is this? CBOE confirmed call options buy this morning. Baidu, AMD. Okay. Some Iran talks. What else is good? If you want to follow me, it's at Hey It's Yashu. Twitter. Delta variant seen in 20% of recent COVID cases, says CDC chief. Again, I said this in the beginning of the video of this live stream. Be careful with the Delta variant. Do more research into it. See if that potentially. Imagine if you could go back to last February 2020 and consider being ahead in terms of thinking a little bit. Try to get ahead of this Delta variant. Obviously, we know it's still effective if you're fully vaccinated. Less so, apparently, like 65 or 70% effectiveness, apparently, depending on the vaccine. Is it going to cause an issue if not enough people are vaccinated, right? So, you know, in terms of bringing it back to something as unrelated as the stock market for a second, because that's what we're talking about on the stream, and not human health, which is obviously paramount. You know, is this Delta variant going to give problems to the market? Here's what I think. Box square. Here's what I think is, if the Delta variant starts to become rampant, if anything, at a financial fiscal level, that probably props up the market even longer. Does that mean we don't get a sell-off? I don't think so. But man, I just want to get rid of COVID altogether. I don't want to be talking about it. I'm just tired of it. I just want it all to be gone. Let's see here. FX Hedge saying Tesla shares up 4.5% as it opens first solar charging station in China. And let's read the Reuters article. Hopefully I get access to it. U.S. electric vehicle maker Tesla has opened a solar charging station on-site with on-site power storage in the Tibetan capital, Lhasa. Man, I'm so ignorant. Someone let me know how much I butchered that. The company said in its Weibo post on Wednesday that it's the first such facility in China. China is Tesla's second biggest market. It's going to be their first biggest eventually. But the charging site is its first in the country with dedicated solar power and on-site power storage. China's power grid is predominantly fueled by coal. Car maker moved into solar business, blah, 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 but like Solar City, we know that. So, I mean, interesting. Do I think this is what's causing the increase? No. I think it's just a convenient article that we can tie to and say, okay, amidst this happening, Tesla shares are up 4.5%, but I don't think it's the cause of it. I said I think it's the cause of window dressing, rebalancing, money going back into tech. I do have to really, Brandon, if you're listening, I do have to rename it to 5%. Hey, thanks for joining, Scott. Thanks for joining Patreon. I'll see you in the Discord. You got the dancing Elon. Try to call me. What else is there? Audio sounds good here. Okay, thanks. We need higher IV to help our leaps. Yes, Mello. Indeed, we do. Where's the Juju? Mello, whatever. How's it going? Okay. Let's bring it back here. So 648.72. It looks like we're consolidating here around 650, which again, I got no issues with if we're gonna be honest, just considering where we started on the day. So about 4% up for the day. If we take a look at the Qs, again, we got to look at macro if we want any idea of what's happening. Macro Qs are down a little bit, a dollar or two in the last half an hour here, and that's totally fine. Again, market makers or your money managers are going to be going to Subway lunches in about an hour's time, so probably settling down on some consolidation at least till the end of the day. I'll look at what to do towards the end of the day and see if there's potentially anything in terms of selling premium to do. I just hate, I don't know how you guys feel, let me know, but I just hate selling premium sometimes in Tesla because it's the prudent thing to do sometimes. I definitely feel that. But I just feel like the one time I'm going to sell premium is going to be the one time we get a 20% pop. The last time we got a 20% pop in Tesla, I think, was March. I'm just patiently waiting for that day. So I guess I could sell a smaller percentage. Yeah. Where's the Juju? Say no to Gary Black. What did I do with Gary? Pretty close. Lhasa, like the dog. Lhasa Apso. Buy right on Tesla. Let's go. How's it going? Yes. So 649 on Tesla stock right now. Again, I'd probably look to get long again past probably high of day at this point. You're gonna have to see some momentum to kick in. In terms of what we got for volume, that's a question. Volume out. Chrome. Let's check. Okay, volume on the day is currently sitting at 15.6 million shares. So that's a lot. Hour and a half for trading, 2 hours of trading so far. We're already sitting at 16 million, considerably higher so far. We've surpassed some days of volume, full days of volume last week already in the first hour and a half of trading. So I don't want to hear this is retail money pushing it. I don't want to hear this is a pump up that's just going to be dumped later. This is institutional buying. Clearly it's coming in here. FSD might be coming out though. I know Gary doesn't believe in FSD coming out this quarter, but if we're talking about impairment loss charges, let's see what Gary's. If we're talking about impairment loss charges, it probably makes sense for them to release something prior to the end of the quarter to get that additional marginal revenue, right? Gary says, I don't see anything to explain this move other than the Bitcoin reversal. I only see one note from Wall Street from Adam Jonas, who starts one pager. I was talking with a client today about Tesla, and would you believe it? Bitcoin didn't come up at all. Progress. Okay. The technicians are citing Tesla breaking out through its 50-day moving average of 642 as a spark, but that doesn't explain why it jumped in the first place. What I love about technical analysis. All good. Exactly. Gary gets it. Technical analysis is only, like I say, 40% of any given strategy that you can probably have, unless you're like a scalper, right? Which is kind of what I was doing here. But if you're a swing trader or investor or longer term trader, Like technicals don't mean much other than maybe giving you an advantage on on your entry point. But what moves the hell? Jeez, the ads that I get on Twitter is just ridiculous. What the? That's hilarious. Okay, so there we go. I'm not going to be streaming all day. No, I don't. I have a gym session coming up here. 6:51. Actually, we're rebounding a little bit, but again, 6:50 a break or anticipation to a 6:51 break is something to watch here. Yes, FSD has 2 levels. First level driver has to keep paying attention to the other one. Yes, I don't think level 5 autonomy is here yet. At least not to be mandated or to be allowed in the streets. Just by governmental approval, I think. So we'll see though. Looks like we're making lower highs here in the 1 minute graph, so we'll see if some strength kicks in here, but here. Mixed feelings, so I have to buy a Tesla. I have to buy more Tesla. Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's a double-edged sword for you. Like Fred says, fundamental analysis, what stock to buy and sell. Technical analysis, when to buy. I like that. I like that. Yes. Yeah, I don't think you can live and die. You know what I love though is like there's some people, again, not gonna name names. There's some people on Twitter that really just crap on anyone that trades, anyone that does shorter term scalping or something on Tesla. Steve, thanks for the super chat. Juju, I appreciate that, Steve. Much love. Thank you. And it's funny because it's like, just because that strategy doesn't work for you, obviously it's clear that the people that are staunchly against trading or short-term trading or scalping or anything have just been burnt. it's just crazy. Thanks again, Steve. Appreciate it.
Thanks for all you do, Yashu Tangerine.
Tangerine. I wonder if I can get that to say Juju. No. I gotta say, the Mandarin and coffee combo, would not recommend. Would not recommend. John Daly says, I think there was a second note today from Piper Sandler reiterating a strong buy. Wasn't that last night? Could be right though. Yes, absolutely. No, for sure. So as we continue and we look at IV, and I've talked about IV a little bit, IV is going up, albeit very little. But we're nowhere near the IV that we were sitting in June. Especially if you look at, for example, the options chain. This is the 2023 Leaps. So if you own Leaps, I'll put in the chain that I have. So March 2023. Take out January. If you look at 2023 March Leaps and you look at the IV for a second, and you're trying to wonder, like, why are these contracts, why am I bag holding so much on my contracts from a month or two ago, despite maybe Tesla being the same price it was when it first dipped down? Remember, IV has just shot down dramatically. Not at a rank level, but at an absolute level, IV has gone down from 70% to as low as on May 25th, as low as 55%. So you saw a dramatic deflating of your options from then. What's to happen from here? Let's see. But if you, again, Tesla was sitting at the same price it is now, it looks like on May the 7th. And back then, your contracts were probably worth more. I don't think time decay has hit these options that much. So, Alex, how's it going? What, you're live this early? Yes, I am live this early because it was a good day. Plus, I got appointments and offers to put in today. I thought I'd go live earlier. Yeah, Griffin, they don't, honestly. Yes. So FSD. Okay. So Catalyst. Let's go back to Catalyst for a hot second. Catalyst FSD version 9 beta. FSD subscription deliveries coming out within a week or in a week and a couple of days. Get long here past. get long past 650. 651 second. If you look at the time and sales, there's not a lot of strength at the moment. There's just good flushing happening. So I'm just gonna wait this one out. No need to force anything coming in. Okay, hold on. As I say that, buyers pick back up. There's just a lot of sellers, it seems like, at these levels. So just be patient if you're trading. I honestly, I don't think lunchtime for these Wall Street subway folk is just a little bit quieter. It's hard to get a rally during lunchtime. But that being said, we still got about half an hour until. So, yes. So deliveries, FSD beta version 9, FSD subscription. Dare I say a wild card with insert stock split, insert. I just don't know why. I don't know why. Like, people like Gary are really peddling a stock split, which is fine. We can disagree on that. I just don't like. Was he tipped off on something? Did someone tell him something about potentially a stock split? Because I don't know if it makes sense. Like, people weren't calling for a stock split when we first were at $600 last year. So I'm just trying to figure that out. One theory I got at a comment was Tesla might split the stock and go into the Dow Jones potentially. That'd be crazy. EV tax bill says whatever. Yes, you're totally right. You also say 4680. 4680 might be a little ways away. But immediate catalyst: FSD subscription, FSD beta version 9, deliveries coming out, earnings call. The EV tax credit, I think, is timeline around August, September, according to Rob. So yeah, Cypher says you can't just pump and dump Tesla; it's too big. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Alex. RK says it's simply a pump. Oh, I missed this comment. It's simply a pump and dump, in my opinion. Quarter and end and delivery, Bitcoin recovery are the catalyst. Yeah, it's hard to pump and dump Tesla on 60 million shares traded in the first 2 hours of trading, right? Looks like we're coiling here, by the way. We're about to probably pop up or pop down here. Yeah, it's just hard to, in my opinion, pump and dump.
Order filled.
On here. A quick scalp. 923. Did 652 break. 6 break. Come on. I'm just trying to stay interested. Scalping. No, there's no strength. If you look at the time and sales, there's pop up, but sellers step in pretty hot. So yeah, there's nothing here. If it breaks 651, I'm gonna stop out. And it broke out, but I didn't stop out because I'm a wimp. I'm gonna stay in. Hold on one sec. Yes, but good catalyst. But remember, a catalyst doesn't just mean I saw a comment. It said just now. You're saying is today a catalyst? I mean, if there's no news out, it's not really a catalyst, right? So something to watch. Oh,
Order filled.
All right, I stopped out. I gotta go to the gym, so I don't want to be in any positions there. John says breaking, to me at least. Just talked to my local Tesla sales rep and said that they'll have 2021 Model S long range for both deliveries and inventory cars before the end of the month. Very cool. Did you guys see that guy on Twitter or on TikTok, saying talking about their airbags coming out of them, and he was like, oh, look at my Model S Plaid, and it wasn't even a Plaid, and it was like, what is happening? Like, what is this guy doing? It's crazy. All right.
Order filled.
All right. Yes. So, I mean, good day overall. Again, I'm happy with anything over our 50-day moving average close, which is about 641, I believe. So, anything over that, I'm happy. I'm happy. Basically, I'm not content. Obviously, we're gonna need to see a reversal second half of this year, back up past 700. I think about 700 last time I checked on the daily. A 700 clean break passed up, and we can talk about all-time highs again. But some big buying coming in here, actually. Hold on. But again, volume. You got to be careful towards lunchtime here in the next half an hour, even now, really. volume is probably going to dry up a little bit, and then it'll come back for power hour. So, you know, yes, I know I'm losing slippage on market hours. It's the best I can do during a live stream. There's not much I can do other than hit markets. Take your time scalping. Love to see your day trade. You like seeing me lose money? Nice. Confirm. Someone on Clubhouse followed the Tesla truck full of 6 plaid long ranges in Atlanta. Why am I shouting? Am I shouting again? Sorry. Tesla energy is going to be big. 100%. I agree with that. It's just a matter of, in my opinion, to figure out. Analysts, I don't think, are projecting in very much on energy. Something to be determined. We'll see, but yes, energy is going to be a big part of the Tesla story. Again, it's in their mission statement, for God's sake. So it's going to be something there. But so in any big pop here, I'll probably just get rid of this position. So 650.75 at the moment on Tesla for all the audio listeners. Just lower volume, a lot lower volume. You can see here from basically 11 a.m. Eastern onwards, volume has dried up a little bit. We'll probably be back. Okay, hold on. 651 is broke. Let's see if we can. Anytime 651 breaks, they get slapped down. There's a lot of sellers here, it seems like. Just general light volume trading at the moment. So 651.15 breaks. I'll probably just stop out here 1 sec. Some big sellers there. Jeez. This is the time and sales that I have up here. So
Order filled.
Okay, whatever. No big deal. I stopped out. My volume got louder. I don't know why it does that. It's just hopefully it's better now. Okay. Well, much love to all you guys for tuning in. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully I'm not yelling at you guys here, but I'll talk a little bit quieter. Much love for you guys tuning in. Again, hit the subscribe, hit the like. Join us on Discord if you'd like. Link for that is in the description or also in the pinned comment. Check it out. We'll continue the conversation there. Good day on Tesla. Again, up 4.5% as we close this off. Really good day. If we can close past 650, I'll take it. 645 is really probably what I'm eyeballing if volume dries up and buying dries up. That being said, I would not be surprised if it's one of those classic Tesla days post lunch hour where it just continues to rise. So we'll see how that goes. Much love for joining, guys. I appreciate it again. All 350 of you guys and girls tuning in on like 20 minutes notice, not even. So much love to you guys for tuning in. Again, if you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit like, join me on Discord for the great community. Much love to all you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Thanks, Marco. Appreciate the super chat.
Thanks Yashu. Juju Power.